Hello, presentations class. So, unfortunately, I'm not feeling very well today. So, I thought I could set you an on-demand lesson for this week. This is a bit unusual, but I think it'll be fairly clear. So, on-demand lesson for this week. These are instructions. Okay, these are your instructions for what to do this week. So, there are 3 things this week. Read my model advice presentation. Start thinking of ideas for your own. And read about how to use a script or notes effectively. Okay, so the materials you need should be on Canvas. So in the modules page, you have here model final presentation, how to use a script effectively. Okay, I'm just going to move this slide here. So the advice presentation or instructional presentation, this is going to be our final presentation type. Our final presentations are going to be week 13, week 14, and you will give a presentation giving advice. Free choice of topic of your choice. It should be 4 to 5 minutes long, so a bit longer than what we've done before. And today's task, on-demand task, read my model presentation and start thinking of ideas. I would like to see some ideas next week. Okay, so this is the final type of presentation, and it might feel a bit early to be looking at the final presentation. But if you look at the calendar, so we're already on week 9. Time goes fast in the fall semester. So you guys are Monday, so we need 2 classes to do the final presentations. So 23rd of December, 20th of January. It's a bit difficult because there's a big gap here, but it's always like this every year. So you don't want to get to like week 11 and think, oh, I need to prepare, or later than that. So I thought it would be good to start thinking about it now, week 9. So week 12, I want to use that preparation time. So you'll have your presentation ready for this day, and then we'll do lottery to see who goes first at the start of this presentation. So you'll need to be ready for the 23rd of December. So when you look at it that way, not that much time. So we need to start thinking about it. Okay, so I'll start off. I'm not going to take a long time in this video. I'll try and keep it short. First of all, we'll look at the model final presentation. This should be your first file. So here's mine on Google Docs. So I have prepared a presentation, how to make friends with British people. So the structure is very similar to what we've already done in class. So there's an introduction, 3 main parts. So in this case, 3 pieces of advice and a conclusion. Okay, so read that. Just get familiar with the structure and the genre of presentation, what kind of presentation it is. So just read that. And then there's a short task here. So this is talking about how to choose a topic. So you can think about some hobbies, something you read about or study, or another area that you might be considered to be an expert. In this case, an expert compared to your class. So the main thing is you want to teach the class something. You want to teach the class something. So think about what you could tell your class that they could learn from you. I've got some examples here. So, for example, I love football. So I could do something about football, how to enjoy the English Premier League, maybe. Music. I love music. How to get into British music. Sleeping. I love sleeping. 3 effective sleeping habits. I work out at the moment. How to get strong at the gym. Japan. How to survive in Japan as a foreigner. Because I know a lot about that. I could teach people about that. And being a father. So obviously I have a daughter. And this one, how to get your child to school on time. So try and think of some ideas, and you could go as far as thinking of a presentation title. So think of some interests of yours, and so on, and try and see if you can come up with any ideas. Okay. Please though, use a different theme than the last 2 presentations if possible. I don't like it when students just recycle the first presentation or the second presentation. So please try and use a different theme. So think of an interesting area for you and try and come up with a title. And we can look at this in class next week. Okay. And then here, this part, presentation notes, you can ignore this for now. So you don't need to do this. Okay, so moving on. The second thing, how to use a script effectively in a presentation. So we had, a lot of you still using the script, and the next presentation is going to be longer, maybe a bit more difficult to memorize. So if you can memorize it, that is great. But if not, then you need to think how you're going to use the script. So here's a text I've prepared with like 8 ideas. So for example, read, look up, present, highlight key points, practice, use bullet points or notes, and so on. So these are all useful things you can do when using a script in the presentation. So please read this, and I'll go over them quickly in the next class, and then we can do some practice. Okay, so to summarize them, read my model advice presentation, start thinking of ideas for your own presentation, and read about how to use a script or notes effectively. Thank you.